All right, mates, I'm glad you're here. We've got some cracking good findings to share. So, grab yourself a bevy and let's go. All right, you rock legends, how about this one? Before becoming the legendary Pink Floyd, the band originally called themselves the T-Set. However, to avoid confusion with another band by the same name, they changed theirs to Pink Floyd by combining the names of two blues musicians, Pink Anderson and Floyd Council. Olympic gold medals are not made of pure gold. Surprised? In actuality, they are composed of around 92% silver and are simply coated with about 6 grams of pure gold. What does basketball have to do with peaches? It's simple, really. The game of basketball was invented by Dr. James Naismith in 1891. Since traditional basketball hoops and nets weren't around, obviously, he nailed peach baskets high up on an elevated track. How about that? It's quite interesting how things can change, especially in the fashion industry. The concept of the little black dress was popularized by Coco Chanel in the 1920s. Before this, black was primarily associated with mourning and not considered a fashionable color for women. The first portable music player was the Sony Walkman, introduced in 1979. Cassette tapes were all the rage back then, and the Walkman revolutionized the way people listened to music on the go. Stradivarius violins, made by Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari in the 17th and 18th centuries, are renowned for their exceptional sound quality. The exact reason for their unique acoustics remains a mystery, with theories ranging from the types of wood used to the varnish applied. On the other hand, blind listening experiments over the past 100+ years often found no significant difference between Stradivari violins and high-quality modern violins. Simple matter of opinion, perhaps.
The restaurant Botín in Madrid, Spain, holds the Guinness World Record for the world's oldest restaurant, having opened its doors way back in 1725. It has been serving traditional Spanish cuisine for approximately 300 years. The eruption of Mount Tambora of Indonesia in 1815 is considered the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. It ejected approximately 100 cubic kilometers of material and led to what's known as the Year Without a Summer, due to its devastating global climatic effects. Shocking for today's gender equality standards, I know. But women historically were excluded from playing musical instruments in professional orchestras. The Vienna Philharmonic, one of the world's most renowned and recorded orchestras, only just admitted its first female musician in 1997. Is your favorite color purple? Well, in ancient Rome, only the emperor was allowed to wear clothing with the color purple, as the dye back then was extremely rare and very expensive. Purple became synonymous with royalty and power. How do you feel now? Before it became the sweet treat we know today, chocolate was consumed as a bitter beverage by ancient Mesoamerican civilizations like the Mayans and Aztecs. It was often flavored with spices like chili pepper and vanilla to make it more appetizing and enjoyable to drink. Harvard University's Widener Library is home to a very secret room. The room, named after Harry Widener, the library's namesake who perished on the ship Titanic, is said to be accessible only to select staff and holds extremely rare collections.
In 1984, during a baseball game between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers, a massive swarm of bees invaded the field, causing a delay while officials tried to clear the insects. If it were me on that field, mind you, I'd completely leg it. Bye. I'm out of there. Invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century, the printing press dramatically increased the accessibility of books and information, fostering the spread of knowledge and ideas across Europe. This is no doubt considered a life-changing invention for the masses globally. The famous Austrian composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart had a pet starling that could mimic his music. When the bird died, Mozart held an elaborate funeral for it. The bird's ability to mimic melodies is thought to have influenced some of his compositions. The Great Fire of London in 1666 was a massive and devastating fire started in a bakery on Pudding Lane. It lasted for 4 whole days, destroying much of the city. Surprisingly, only 6 verified deaths were recorded. Pretty remarkable. Despite his reputation as a genius, Leonardo da Vinci was notoriously slow at completing his work. He took 16 years to complete the Mona Lisa, and many of his other works, like The Last Supper, were left unfinished or took years to complete due to his perfectionism and numerous interests. The French Revolution, which began in 1789, was a period of radical social and political upheaval in France, societal change more specifically, that ultimately led to the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte and the end of absolute monarchy. Those were brilliant. Don't you agree? We love the work it takes to get these sorted for you. Do us a favor and like this video and share it with a friend. Cheers.